and right. He'll still put a hand up saying hold to the group. No, he actually isn't saying the word. He's just putting a hand, gesturing as don't just stay there for the moment.
Very thin, looks like a typical goblin. Easily one of many that you could have spotted in Dragonhall, and you have been to Dragonhall before. Twice. So you've certainly seen quite a few goblins in your day. Yes, he is just sprawled out on like one edge of the... He's fast asleep, not a care in the damn world.
Tempus takes another step forward.
Okay.
Just stealthily still, stealthily still.
This looks like a crate of pears, some barrels over here, imaginally some liquid, and the storage room leads off into another passageway.
Okay, Tempus will sort of slowly move over, have a look down the hallway.
Okay.
I guess over here is probably the best spot. Yeah, cool.
Alright. Looking out, there, this appears to be the front entrance of the cavern, and you can see afternoon sunlight streaming in. The sounds of laughter and merriment and jocularity are definitely getting louder. They are, however, in a language that Tempus does not understand. There is coarse language mixing in with... Probably, Tempus has heard these, the yips of gnolls.
Okay, Tempus kind of makes out someone through the kind of shadow, gets silhouetted down there. He'll touch his foot onto the fur, make sure it's stable first before he takes a step onto it.
It's definitely much safer to stay on than the slick cavern floor.
Right, Tempus will take a stand, make sure that he's out of the line of sight of the guy. Okay. Take a step forward again.
The goblin does not fucking hear you at all. It does help in this case that there is the sound of rushing water nearby, but it's also possible that Tempus is just too damn quiet and this goblin is...
Right, Tempus just has a proper look at the goblin. Weapons, clothing?
No weapons. He is clothed in nothing more than tattered rags. Tempus probably could have easily dispatched this guy back when Tempus was just but a pup traveling for the first time.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Basically, Tempus wants to... suffocate him, as silently as possible. Just make it, not wound him, not stab him, just try and, break a neck or something, knock him silent, make it look as if he fell in the barrel or
does not need a skill check at all. The goblin is killed.
Tempus will slowly slide back, well, actually, no, he'll, push the goblin up against the barrel, make it look as if he's, fell and snapped his neck or something.
Sure, I can do that.
Alright, as Tempus will come back. So stealthily still. Okay. Right. Storeroom. He keeps his voice a little low, but make sure at least his comrades can hear him. Storage room. Got rid of one of the goblins that was camped out in the corner over there. He's not going to be a problem. I can see the way in. There's some daylight, and what still looks like a silhouette. Human, orc, kind of one of those guys. If we work it right, you follow me, saunter, look confident. We can make it look as if we're just coming back from a raid. We'll just talk to the guy. Come on in. Sounds like a good idea?
Sounds like a plan, I suppose.
Okay. Right. Tempus nods. He gets everything sorted, makes himself look as bandity as possible.
Okay.
And he is no longer stealthing this one.
Right. Alright, Goger, Gryph just communicated what he has seen, and plans to go forth and move along in accordance with the plan, and all the group to follow him. Tempus is also no longer stealthing.
Right. Geráck will certainly follow along then.
Okay.
Also dispatch the goblin.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Let's see here. Goger, I want you to roll a d20 plus your dexterity modifier plus your level.
Alright.
You're the only one who needs to roll this.
Of course I am.
Yes. The DC is 15.
Nope.
Okay. I just wanted to see, well, no one else is attempting to be quiet. Geráck's the only one who actually threatens to be heard at this point.
Tempus, if it's a really loud smash, I guess, or something.
No, it's
clanking and
like Geráck just sounds as loud as he always does. It's just more like
it's a thing I do.
Look, lads, we're almost here. We're gonna be there soon. Now just calm your racket We'll get there. Just let me do the talking, right?
The talking and yipping sounds do come to a halt in the room ahead.
And Tempest will just sort of saunter out, quite confident.
Right, we'll try to cover the way so they don't see the goblin over there.
Alright.
Just take out as much space as you can, basically.
Okay. The room in front of you, Griffin God, appears to have been like the entrance of a cavernway, which has been turned into like a makeshift sort of like eating room. There doesn't appear to be any cooking done in here. Instead, that's done outside. And you can, now that you're standing here, you think you can hear over like the sound of rushing water beneath you, like a crackling for like fire out there. A number of half-orcs who are armed with axes, and gnolls who appear to have spears are sitting at the table, and they've all sort of like turned as one unit to look at the sounds that they hear coming out of their storage room. It is very difficult to see, but between all of the bodies, you also think you spot a... Well, it looks like a canine, but it also appears to be wreathed in flames, laying against one side of the floor. I don't think Tempus would have any background that suggests familiarity in Hellhounds, so...
No. Tempest spreads his hands out. By Murlocs, cock, I'll bathe these hills in blood. It's good to see you. I've got some goodies for you guys.
Okay. One moment. Tempus utters those words. The half-orcs and the gnolls, like, look at each other in confusion. And the canine wreathed in flames actually stands up and looks over at Tempus. I am going to want you to make... This will effectively be a bluffing skill check, Griffin God.
Right.
Or any sort of like a charm roll, rather. Using your Trickster of the Dice background, your Charisma modifier, and your level.
Cool, okay, so that's 1d20, plus 5 for Trickster, plus 4 for Charisma, plus 6 for level.
Yes. The Hellhound blinks at you, and begins letting out, like, well, blinks at you, and lets out... You think this is probably the first time you've ever heard a dog laugh. And the gnolls and half-orcs sort of, like, look questioningly at the dog, almost as if they're looking for permission from it. And then they all sort of, like, nervously and start laughing as well, as they look back to Tempus.
Tempest just smiles. This. Do you want your goodies? I mean, aha!
The dog actually begins to walk over, and the half-orcs and gnolls admittedly look nervous around it.
Tempest can't help, you know, he's looking at the orcs for a while, and then looks briefly at the Hellhound, then looks at the orcs, kind of figuring out this is not something that you stare at. You kind of feign submission towards this.
The creature does appear to be a large mastiff. You know, like a very large dog as far as things go, but it is certainly a quadruped and dog-shaped. Like, if it stood up, it would definitely be as big, if not bigger, than Tempus. But he's also perhaps not used to dogs laughing, and certainly a weird version of the common tongue coming out of the creature's foul mouth, and says, "That's the first time I've heard Murdoch described as a man. You sell it well." What have you brought?
Tempest smiles. I got some food, I got some treasure, you know, some nobles' jewellery. We found a caravan on the way over to Newport. We thought we'd take it on. We need somewhere to rest for the night. We figure we'd give a good fair share. How do you guys out here?
The creature offers effectively like the shrug of its shoulders and says, "Very well, you may sit and wait here. I shall get my superior." And the hellhound will turn its back and begin walking away, Like, some of the gnolls and, like, half-orcs, like, look at it, and then they, like, look over towards you, sort of, like, nervously chuckling and smiling. It, seems that the information you've gotten that's with the passphrase, it's quite possible that, Murdoch, might actually be a woman.
Okay, that was just me out of character laughing. Right.
And the fiery canine pads away.
Right, Tempus will walk on. He'll gesture to the guys. Come on, guys! Right.
Yes.
Right, you guys got any good grog about?
One of the half-orcs says, "Yeah, you're walking out of the room there, isn't it?"
Ah, that's where the good stuff is? Looks like a goblin drank himself half to death!
You better not have, and, like, this, like, half-orc, like, stands up.
Alright guys, let him through, you know how good the grog is, come on.
Like, fucking, like, half-orc just, like, walks past all of you, not really, like, caring for, like, appearance, and, like, looks, like, across the way, like, I'll throw him in with the trash. Grabs the fucking, like, goblin corpse. Like, the other, like, gnolls and, like, half-orcs see him, and they all start laughing at the goblin. Fucking useless goblin.
So now we give them all the food, right?
Yeah. Yep. Alright, come on guys, hey.
Geráck will just walk up and sort of just throw the bag of food on the table.
Alright guys, help yourselves. If you guys giving us a place to stay, this is all yours.
They look confused and mildly offended first at their table of food being squashed by Thax, and they look as if they're going to grab their weapons, and they see that Geráck is pouring out even more food, and because their superior isn't here, they're like, and they all begin heartily eating.
And Tempus will just sort of go and have a look down one of the rooms, have a look at the other goblin corpse, which I guess was feasted on.
This half-orc here appears to have thrown down the goblin down a steep slope. Tempus can see, or all of you can see, that the cavern continues farther ahead. Perched on top of one of the waist-high platforms far down, next to a goblin body, appears to be a sleeping hellhound. Although he does appear to slowly be twitching and rising, perhaps due to some barking or like guttural growling from the hellhound who walked away from you.
And Tempus will carefully have a piece of the food that was from the safe batch.
All right, the safe batch.
Then start enjoying it alongside. Gestures, come on guys, at least join in. I'm sure they'll happily share our bounty.
This half-orc's like, wait for me. Gets him and starts eating.
Tempus will sort of saunter around, have a look around. Try and have a chat with a couple of them that are having a look around. More pointless little things, saying, so what did this goblin do?
Basically did something stupid like trying to drink from the casks, and so his punishment was being eaten.
Oh, that sounds too good for a goblin. It's obviously just, Tempus will sort of have a lean against the wall and swirl of some of the grog that was on the table to begin with. Just grab a tankard and start drowning some.
As these creatures are eating, is there anything that any of you want to do before we proceed?
Stay alert.
Geráck just leans to the wall, eating a sausage from the safe batch as well.
Okay.
Just eat and linger.
make casual and snark jokes, which are quite below what she's used to, but she's been to places she can handle it.
Okay. Welp, let's see here. I'm not gonna ask anyone to make a skill check. Not gonna provide a roll or anything. But your horrific scene that you've imagined plays out pretty much as you had dreamed it would, with the gnolls and half-orcs starting to question and wonder why they feel so poorly. not entirely too bright and expecting something bad to happen as they then begin convulsing and collapsing.
Aurelia nods approvingly.
The, far off down here, far away, like, the shadow of the canine creature blinks and sort of hops off the ledge. Go ahead and reveal more for you folks.
Right. Tempest looks around. Ready?
Yes.
Right. Tempest will drag his dagger and go around and slit each of the gnolls' throats.
Okay.
Like, he'll make the attempt just to eliminate them.
Alright. They all die.
We drink their blood and feast.
And basically, that's what Tempest will do. Is as soon as like the plan's ready, with them out of the picture, that's what Tempest starts. If no one picks up what he's trying to do, he will go round and kill off the orcs as well.
So,
Oh, it's fine.
from this direction, towards the direction of the slope that leads downward, you hear a, "Hey guys, can I eat too?"
Geráck puts on his helmet, by the way.
Okay.
Tempest will look at Jasmine.
No food for gobos.
Dwohurim. Get ready. You know.
You're a, "Oh, I don't get to have any fun.
Nope.
I hate picking up trash."
Where's Goblin?
Eat the trash then.
Ah,
Fresh corpse just went down there.
ah.
All right. I guess Tempest will then, when things are calmed down, start eliminating the rest of the orcs while they're talking. Slit, slit, slit.
Okay, all of them are dead as well.
I'm assuming that the Hellhound over there left because he saw us.
Yeah, definitely
Saw us.
alert. I mean, we just eliminated a whole pile of guys. We're
So
definitely
we should
dangerous.
probably hurry before everyone is alarmed.
There's like
here.
nothing down here, right?
That is the entranceway that leads out.
Oh. Well, damn. All right.
Yes.
I guess kill the gobble if we see him. If we see him.
Like, looking down there, this appears to be a steep slope which leads down to a trash pile. The goblin that was previously chucked down there lays there.
Look at Dwohurim and
You
Jasmine.
can stop moving now. As Geráck winds the corner, he is going to have something directed his way before combat will begin.
Alright.
Is it love and happiness?
Yes.
Boulder that rolls out of the wall and this
Yes.
trambles everyone.
This would be far away from you. And this will reach against Geráck. That is a miss. As one of the gnolls perched up on one of the ledgeways, one of the waist-high platforms, like, points his spear down and says, "Dwarf!" and, like, shakes it menacingly. And Geráck feels something try to attack his mind, but he is able to resist. And I will ask that
Right.
all of the players go to initiative.
Well, hey.
Initiative.
Ooh.
Go ahead and roll initiative for this mob. Go ahead and roll initiative for this guy.
Ah,
Go ahead and roll initiative for the...
my initiative button doesn't work anymore. Because it's players can edit. I need that now. I'll roll manually this time.
And this Hellhound. Oh, both 20s. How about that? And then this guy.
Oh, hello.
So apparently, one of our big guys, we might be fighting a giant. You never know.
Okay. Well, that's everyone's initiative. I don't have any lines drawn specifically. These gnolls, like that gnoll there, would normally be nearby for you. But he is on a waist-high platform, so he counts as far away. It's simply just too... You can't hit him if you try to close in a melee range. You'd have to climb up there after him.
Alright. So, nearby is basically to here or something?
Yeah, basically there.
Alright,
Like
okay.
around that range.
Just wing it, I guess.
Yes, just wing it. I will, God will let you know.
Alright.
But you might not have to worry too much about moving, because you hear thudding down. double moving into sight. And looking over. An ogre, which is 8.5 to 9 feet tall, perhaps around maybe a little less than 3 meters, carrying a giant fucking axe, bellows down, perhaps at the behest of the Hellhound, who went to go get his superior. He stops moving, he looks down, and lets out a mighty bellow, "Intruders!" And he begins...
Also, is it too late for this thing? I kind of forgot.
Well, it would, to start of battle, roll a d6. I mean, I suppose you can activate that now if you want to. The battle has just barely started.
Good.
Oh, that is
no,
one thing.
I'm
also
not,
have.
I'm not going to do that because it doesn't work underground, so no.
Okay.
That also reminds me, my train stunt would also trigger, wouldn't it? No.
So poor tree up above just gets totally fried.
Yeah, Geráck doesn't trigger that.
Oh yeah, terrain stun. I get that too.
Oh.
Alright, Dwohurim.
You have train stunt?
Yeah.
You currently cannot see any enemies.
Well, ain't that lovely?
Geráck will look a bit like unsure of what's ahead.
This guy is heavily muscled. He is certainly double the size of Geráck, and he is ready to wade in.
Yeah. Geráck feels like he has his work cut out for him.
Would Geráck suggest that I move forward or stay here?
I mean, Geráck is in the way, so he can
see.
intercept. So he will say like, move maybe like here, so he can see in this angle. Yeah.
All right, that's a move action. Let me go ahead and reveal some terrain for you. Yes. The ogre would certainly count as nearby for you, as would the slivers of Nola you can see.
It's like a little corner there. Well, you know, I'm not really good at fighting single big enemies, because all my stuff is sort of... Is he far away? Or is he close by?
The ogre is nearby.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and draw some makeshift lines for the children.
Well,
This the concept of nearby and far away is much bigger here because this is a very wide open area.
Yeah. Well, then I can do magic missile, guys. Yeah.
Is there anything else
Well,
you can do?
I have denial and lightning bolt, both area attacks. Is
Can
it
you
worth?
just see him?
Yeah, I can.
But you don't see
No,
anyone else.
like would that guy be close enough? No, he's far away though, right?
No, he's technically a nearby for you because you can hit him with a range attack. Like it's only like the melee people. Like Geráck's gonna have a hard enough time. Like,
And I'm thinking denial might be good because that giant ogre monster probably doesn't have the best MD, right? So.
No, probably not.
All right, well, let's do that then. I'll cast. Actually, could I move a little further?
Sure. Like you can move anywhere within this that you would like. This is all
I can,
like
like,
one massive grid. Sure.
Like over here to like see if there's more. Yeah, there's another guy. Good, 3 people. That's enough. Yeah. Then I'll cast a denial.
Okay.
So let's see what that does. 3 targets. That's all of them. All
right.
3. Yeah. I suppose I'll have to hit them too.
Yes, you'll need to make attack rolls. Go ahead and tell me who you're targeting first.
I'll start with the 2 nulls.
That is a
The most visible first.
All right.
And then to the least visible.
Okay, you won't have to worry about targeting the most visible one. That's a mob of mooks. You kill one that you didn't even know fucking existed.
Well, then Ogre Buddy is
Fucking hive mind.
gonna.
That will definitely
Get it.
hit the ogre.
All right, he takes 55 damage and is hampered until the end of my next turn.
Okay. He is hampered, he is not staggered, and he is looking at you with all of the measure of hate he can imagine. Like, Wizard!
That moves down, spreads out his fingers, and like sends a bit like a wave of psychic energy just into the like darkened, gloomy hallway, blasting whatever mines might be there.
And you just see a knoll just goes pop and just falls down.
Anything else for your turn, Manaki?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Aurelia.
Okay, so reaching the ogre would basically be one move action.
Yes.
All right, let's do that then. I'll use the move action of my spraying mantis strike, running around the corner, going for the biggest target.
All right.
Let's see if I can hit.
That will hit him.
That's pretty good. He will take an extra 7 points of damage.
It takes you to 30. That is enough to stagger the Ogre Berserker.
Excellent. And then as my actual move action, I will bravely run away again.
All right, you successfully disengage from the very upset Ogre.
Bouncing and striking once and bouncing back.
Damn it. If you could only have stayed engaged.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there.
No. Thanks.
Jasmine,
could-
it is your turn.
Yeah, you could delay after me, Gryph.
I'm gonna delay just after you.
Jasmine will move up so she can get a view of what's going on here.
Okay.
And draw back with an arrow and shoot at the ogre.
Okay.
Focus fire.
Mm-hmm. Longbow attack.
Let's see here. A 20 is sufficient enough to hit the Ogre.
That is a natural even roll. I have no activation for that.
The Ogre staggers under the weight of the blow as you hit him in the eye, and with a mighty war cry, he collapses over dead. And with the sound of that thud, you hear a greater thud further on in the back.
Sounds like a hill giant to me, guys.
Jasmine will immediately go to draw more arrows from her quiver.
I don't need to be behind you then, Geráck. I'm just gonna move forward.
The
If that's all.
Hellhound's turn.
Yeah.
Geráck will get to rush forward to engage before this thing hits Dwohurim.
Yep.
As
No!
the Hellhound that previously encountered your group before leaving to get his superior charges forth and will attempt to bite Geráck and miss.
Yep.
That is a natural odd miss. That is the end of that Hellhound's turn. Now that Geráck is engaged, this Hellhound will rush past to hurt Dwohurim.
I can't engage. I'm not close enough, I'm afraid.
Be a stupid idea.
And will get the exact same roll. Good job, buddies, with your exact same initiative rolls and your exact same attack rolls. That's a
They're
miss.
twins.
That will end turn. Tempus.
Okay, so I can make the Hellhounds in one move.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Geráck, you're okay. I'm gonna go with the one against Dwohurim
Sure.
because he's threatened already, so he's engaged already. I imagine.
Sneaky,
I
sneaky.
Yes.
engage.
Yeah. So I'm going to do my bleeding strike. So 1d20 plus 5 plus 6,
That will hit the Hellhound.
and it's not even, so I do not get my bonus. 6d8 plus 10 plus 3d8 for my sneak attack.
Okay. 34 points of damage. A vicious and wicked blow to the hind of the Hellhound is enough to stagger it.
Wonderful. That's my. You know, wait, no. I've still got my quick action. No, I'm not ending the turn just yet. I am going to use one of my adventure runes on my dagger.
Okay.
I should have done it before, but it's more I just realised it's going to be a big fight with a big hill giant coming. So, Dark, could you treat me with a rune roll for me?
A rune roll? Yes, I could. One
Adventure
second.
tier.
It will say the various bonuses on it. Which one? What are you adding it to?
Weapon.
Weapon. Come on. There you go. Adventure will be +1 bonus for this. Plus 4 to opportunity attacks.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Geráck, your turn. You are currently engaged with a Hellhound.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna use a oil on my weapon, if that works. If that adds to the attack and damage, even though it's already magical.
Oh, what tier is it?
Stack.
It's champion tier.
What tier is your weapon?
That's adventure, but in that case, I'm gonna add it to my armor instead to increase my AC with 2.
Yeah, you get the higher of the 2 if you try to add it to a magic item.
Yeah,
okay.
I will add the oil to my armor then.
Okay.
To get me +2 AC.
Got it.
And then I will attack the Hellhound with a Smite Evil.
All right. That is that's factoring in the +4. Yes, you deal nothing.
Nope.
Geráck perhaps is too surprised by the Hellhound fucking flying at his face.
Just firing all over his beard and
Yes, completely ineffective. Yeah.
Or in the eyes.
Yep.
That entire Null Lackey mob is dead. The half-orcs, they sort of, like, look a bit worried down.
Come get some!
And, they decide to flee.
Understandable. We just murdered a whole bundle of them.
Like, they looked at the big motherfucker who just went down, and they're like, I'm not that big. I'm out of here. Yes. And the escalation die will go to 1. And as it does so, I will go ahead and make 2 new initiative rolls. As folks from outside come pouring into the cavern, and you hear footsteps at the cave entrance.
Got this, Aurelia.
Yeah, good luck already.
Got this.
You got full HP, you're good.
We'll go ahead and just do to everything, draw a line there. Okay. That is theirs. The Ogre Berserker is definitely dead. Dwohurim.
Well, I'm engaged, sort of.
Yes.
You can try and disengage
Yes,
first.
congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you. It took longer than expected. So